Hello everybody and welcome to Vaidya's Chess Hub, and today we are going to discuss a very important chess idea, which is the under promotion. Yes, you heard me right. Under promotion. Now you would just begin to wonder, if you haven't heard of it, then you will wonder, why would someone under promote? I mean, if you are going to get the queen over the board, why would you go ahead and under promote it to some other piece? Well, it depends really on some extraordinary positions, and one of them is right in front of you. Well, this is a very popular position for learning under promotion indeed. You will see this in many chess books and magazines. Let's get started straight away. This is a position where it is white to play, and white can win from this position, but if he follows a proper method. It's very easy for white to be inaccurate in this position and go for a regular promotion, which is like the queening of the pawn, and result this game will end in a draw. He will let black get away with a draw here. So let's see, black has just given check. It is white to play, as I mentioned. The incorrect idea is to play king b7, because now black can easily manage a draw by pinning the pawn and going to the square d7. And now, of course, the point is that king can go b8 with the idea of promoting the next move, but then the rook will sacrifice itself, and then this is a draw. So let's get back to the position. So black has given a check, and king b7 will result in rook d7, and the pawn will be pinned, and the next move rook sacrifices itself, and it's a draw. So how should white deal with this? Well, the correct idea, and you're going to love this. If you haven't heard of this before, well, you would love this position. And please leave it in the comments if you liked and learned something from this. King b5. Well, of course, I'll say that we will write this as a new variation. Black will continue. Black, of course, black has no moves like the rook to d8, because the pawn will simply take. So he doesn't have any of those ideas. So he will continue with the check. So rook d5 check. Now, if you think, well, what's the point? When it was a check the first time, white king could have gone king c5. Well, if that is done, then black has a very nice defense. Black will go rook d1, and after white goes ahead and promotes, black has a very nice skewer with rook c1 check. The king moves out of the way, doesn't matter where, and rook will take the win. And in fact, now black will win. The position was white to play and win, and suddenly now black will win. So that isn't a great idea. Notice how this rook goes to d1, and after promotion has rook c1 as the skewer. So I mentioned that king c5 is not good, king b5, and the rook check, and white should again continue in the same way. Of course, again, if king c4, the same idea of rook d1, so king b4. Again, black can only continue with the checks. White should not go again to b5, because then it will be the repetition, and that will result in a draw. White can win, remember, it doesn't have to be satisfied with the draw here. White should continue the journey downward. So king b3 and rook d3 check. And now this is the right time for white to play king to c2, because now you notice that black here doesn't have the move rook d1. King will simply take. Remember the idea of rook d1, where he had a skewer from rook c1 check? He doesn't have that idea anymore. Black will play rook d4, and that's the place where black rook will find itself if black player is aware of the drawing mechanism here. And this is just so beautiful. And it is here that white needs to realize that there is something called as under promotion in chess, because it is the only way to win here. If white goes ahead and plays c8 equal to queen, which is the normal way of promotion, black simply plays rook c4 check, And believe it or not, you might not find this as a great move. You'll say, hey, you know what, white queen can simply take the rook. Well, look, if you take it, it results in a stalemate. This is immediate stalemate because it's the king, black king, without the check over the board, no other move, and this is stalemate. So black will be overjoyed. So that's when under promotion will come to the rescue. I'm sure you love this. Now, what should White do to win here? Be aware that this rook needs to go on d4 if black wants to stay in the game. Then only he'll be able to set up this stalemate idea. But then white, if he knows the theory, he should under promote it, and the correct one is c8 equal to rook promotion. Notice now if black tries something like rook c4, then rook takes, and this time it isn't a stalemate. The king goes to a2, which is a forced move, followed by a rook a4 checkmate. So that will not work for black this time. So after white promotes the pawn to rook, black has to save a checkmate because white's threat immediately is to play rook a8 checkmate. Black has to play the move rook to a4 to stop the rook a8 mate, and it is here that white king will now play an important role, not just in attacking the rook but also clearing the way for his own rook. So white king moves to b3 to attack the rook and at the same time clear the file for his own rook. And this is beautiful because now black rook has to move, and doesn't matter where the black rook goes, rook c1 mate is just inevitable. There could be, I mean, how can black just stop rook c1? Cannot do anything. He'll have to sacrifice the rook by moving the king or by moving the rook to c4. I mean, everything is just losing, and black will play king b1, just a waiting move, king a1, and mate. So I'm very sure that you love this idea of under promotion. Remember, it's all started with this check here. The king should continue the downward journey and then not go up because of the threefold repetition. Keep coming down the board, and finally, when it's on the third rank, then the king should go to c2 because then black won't have the skewer idea. And after that, definitely not to go for the conventional promotion because black has rook c4 check and it becomes a stalemate, but he should under promote, and after that black rook has to go to a4 to stop the rook a8 mate. After that, king b3, and the game is over. So I'm very sure you understood what is under promotion in chess. Remember that it will help you save the day someday, maybe in some tournament. And do leave in the comments if you thought this was very helpful and enjoyable. Thank you so much. As I keep saying before I go, keep learning, keep playing, keep enjoying, keep getting better at chess. Thank you for your time. Up until next time. Bye bye.